All right, everyone. So I'm just figuring this all out, this new system, and I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that all of these things need to be done and ready to go. And if you have any questions, let me know. But I wanted to make sure everyone was on board with how to get yourselves registered, accepted, fees paid, and judges and everything else in for nationals. So when you click into your tab room on here, you should click in here. Most of you know how to do this already because you've been declining or accepting your entries, but I'm just going to go through it again one more time to be safe. In here, you do need to make sure on the entry agreement that you've clicked this and read through it and ready to go and download it. I don't know why, but they want you to download it. In general here, this gives you the information. If you're not staying in a hotel block, which me and my groups were not, we're staying outside of it because it's cheaper. You do that. If you're staying in one of these here that they have, you can put that there and it'll make it do that. Your judge bond fee will be either sent back to you as a check to your school, or you can credit it towards your renewal dues for next year's charter and then save that. Here are also all of the fine due dates, drops, etc. that need to happen, and then make sure that you sign and certify here. You should have had to do all of this before you entered your entries, just verifying that you have done that. In your entries, you'll see, and you'll have either accepted or declined these when you're doing this. After that, click on this button here, and this has to happen for all students. If you're doing HIs or DIs or POIs, they also need to go here. Here's where your students can register for supplemental events if they want to do something after they get out. They can sign up to do that here, and then if they do get out, they have to confirm that they're going to stay in it or drop. If you do drop, then it's a fee. Just FYI about that. So those are things you can do there. Here you need to download the form. Everyone has to have this form. It's a media release form. You sign that. Their parents sign that with them. You scan it, take a picture of it, upload it here for each student. If your student has a strange name, pronunciation that's not easily predictable for the general public, then you might want to put a phonetic sounding there for it. Then here, if you're doing POIs, interprets, oratories, anything that's one of those with a script beforehand, you need to upload those things here based on that and then save those things. In judging, everyone has to have a main judge listed for the school. If you do not, they will not accept your thing. It would be a $700 fine. I know I tried to do this. Yeah, it's better just to try and find someone. You cannot hire policy, public forum, big questions, or worlds debate judge. So just for that. So if you do need for a policy or public forum, I'll go and I'll show you the email that I sent you the other day and how to do that. Other than that, you put in your judges, and just like you normally would. If you need to edit your judge and how much they're judging for or what they're better at, then you can do this here. My husband is going for speech events, so I should not put him on that. He's covering a speech, so he's there. You can, if your judge wants to be considered for a semi or a final to judge one of the last ones, they can do that here. If your judge is covering something else in here, but is better at judging something else, you can note that here. So for example, my husband is much better at a Congress and would prefer that, so I'm putting him in there. But he could also do speeches if he wanted to and be fine at that. He was a judge for Parley and Nationals last year. If the judges need to put in a paradigm, if they're in policy, LD or PF, if they're IE judges, they can just put in a little bit about themselves and that. So save your judge there. You can also save how many rounds here if you need to do more rounds, etc. Concessions, they're not selling food this year. Last year they sold tickets. They didn't. It's just t-shirts this year, so up to you on that. Then in your fees, it'll show you your fees here. You invoice your NSDA account. When you do that, it will take you to your speech and debate site and your account. And just like paying your dues or anything else now, you can pay your fees either online with a credit card, or you need to print it off and have it postmarked by May 1st by your school, the check. Otherwise, they could decline your entry. So to do that, you click on your school finances, and then you can look at your invoices. If you've just created it, it'll be red. You can click on Pay Now, and you can either print an invoice, PDF, or pay with a credit card online. They do need to be paid by May 1st, FYI, otherwise they might drop you, and I wouldn't put that past, so just FYI. Then I sent out an email the other day from Susan Ontiveros from, let's see, not Susan Ontiveros, sorry. Susan, where is that? I'm just going to go NSDA, judging NSDA. I sent this out here, the judge request form from Arwas, I can't say it. Done. If you need to request a judge, click on this form right here, and then you can fill out a form to request your judges and things like this, and put information and submit that. So there's that for you as well. It doesn't guarantee it, but they are trying to do it, and the sooner you do that, the better off you will be in trying to do that. So there's that. I think that's it on making sure you've got everything in. Also, if you wouldn't mind, I sent everyone a link to the, where is it? Sorry, I had these all pulled up, and then I thought about it. Come on. I sent everyone a link to the coordinating schools. If you guys wouldn't mind, with your students or with your parents' numbers and things like this, going in and putting in the hotel that they're staying at and the parent and their contact information. That way, if we need to coordinate anything, if there's emergencies, I can help everyone and anyone, and everyone can have this. You can share it to them too. Please feel free to share my contact information with your parents so we can do that. Make sure we're looking at the schedule. World Schools teams and judges do have a meeting on Sunday. You need to get your registration in on Sunday to do that and be ready to go at tournaments. Judges will receive their assignments at registration as well, of where they need to be, when, and what they're judging. So lots of information. Please let them know that I'm here for them and willing to help everyone that I can. And we will talk to y'all later. If I missed something or if you have questions, please let me know.